Hello everyone, so today we're going to be knowing about the K-pop Demon Hunter story. Not only the story but the backstory of what's behind the K-pop Demon Hunters. We will not only know that, but we'll also know the backstories of the K-pop Demon Hunters member Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. Huntrx is a K-pop girl group which is made up of three-part harmonies. Huntrx is not the only K-pop girl group. Three-part harmonies girl groups have been made in centuries. Before, in ancient Korea, demons have haunted the world. They haunted the world because they wanted to get the souls of the people to deliver it to their king, Gima. They didn't only take people's souls for Gima, but to satisfy their hunger too. Well, this was making a lot of people die because they had no souls in their human body, and they were also leaving their family. This was causing a lot of sorrow, depression, and this was making the whole world feel really terrible. But luckily, there were these three women. They came to the place where the demons were and killed them with their power. But it wasn't a magical power, it was the power of singing. Hence, these women were not warriors, but they were hunters. They sent back the demons to the underworld and created the first shield, the hornmoon. But that didn't only keep the demons away. One day or the other, if the three hunters didn't fight together, the hornmoon would tear apart. Another way of keeping the demons away forever is by sealing the golden hornmoon. And the golden hornmoon is precious. The golden hornmoon was so precious that once it is sealed, it will be keeping the demons away forever and ever. And they won't be able to hunt for souls anymore again. Every generation, 3 new hunters were chosen to sing and protect the world. Their strong voices would help people listen, and people will listen in so much of affection that the hornmoon would grow bigger and bigger. But none of these hunters were able to seal the golden hornmoon. But as always said, if these 3 hunters were together, they would keep the previous hornmoon together and would not make it tear apart. But in 2025, these K-pop demon hunters, Huntrx, were able to seal the golden hornmoon. And they were Mira, Zoe, and Rumi. Now let's see the backstory of each of the members. Rumi, being the leader of Huntrx, was half demon and half human. The reason why she was half demon and half human is because Rumi's mother, a Sunlight Sisters member, was a hunter, but she had fallen in love with a demon who was Rumi's dad. After Rumi was born, her mother died, and her father went back to the underworld knowing that Celine, also a Sunlight Sisters member, was a hunter, would kill Rumi's dad. So when Rumi grew up, she had never seen her father, but had known that her father was a demon. But after Rumi was 5 years, she experienced that she had patterns like her father. She decided to hide it from Celine. Celine had also promised Rumi's mother that she would look after Rumi when she died. Rumi's mother had asked Celine to accept Rumi and help her hide her patterns when she gets. So when Celine saw Rumi's patterns, she asked Rumi to hide her patterns and that she would be careful of not showing her faults and fears to anyone, as it was the only way to protect the hornmoon. But Celine made her a hunter, and that was the big mistake. And Rumi tried to make sure that her patterns were not seen by anyone, even by Mira and Zoe. But one thing Rumi didn't know was that she was a mistake of being a demon and a hunter. If she was a demon, she should be a demon, but there was no way that she could be a hunter. But it was a possibility that she was a hunter, and so that was the biggest mistake that she has ever done in her life. Mira was a lead dancer. She was adopted in her childhood, and her parents were expecting a boy, but they left her because they mistakenly adopted a girl instead of a boy. She was adopted, but Mira became like a problem and a wild child, as said in the golden lyrics. So her adoptive parents did not provide her a good life much. They made her feel like she was a beggar. Luckily, she began to live a good life with being a hunter and protecting the whole world by her performance, her strong voice, her dance, and her songs. She tries very hard to protect the world and keep up the golden honeymoon. Zoe, being the youngest, is not really having a good life because of her parents in her childhood. Zoe was happy when her parents were together, but then one day her parents got divorced. The reason why Zoe hates fighting is because it reminds her of her parents fighting. She feels like she doesn't have a family or a place to belong, but being a hunter, she feels happy. She really hates fighting because she does not want to remember her parents' fights and quarrels all the time. In her childhood, it disturbs her a lot and it also affected her studies. But somehow all these she tries to control and she manages it because she loves writing songs and she's also a lyricist, and also she tries hard to protect the world. Hunter sealed the golden honeymoon by singing this song, This Is What It Sounds Like, which describes who the real Rumi is and how she became a demon and how she was a big mistake of being a hunter and a demon at the same time, and she also says that she will never do it again. We are hunters, voices strong, slaying demons with our song. Fix the world and make it right when darkness finally meets the light. By the 3-part Harmony Huntrx. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay notified and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. Bye.